Dear students and viewers, welcome to my lecture. So, cryptography and network security. Under this, uh, in continuation of the previous class, so now we would like to discuss symmetric key distribution using public keys. Last class we have seen different public keys, how their public key distribution and management. Now here, this class we are going to discuss symmetric key distribution using public keys. Oh, now here public key crypto systems are inefficient. Why? Because so it almost never used for direct data encryption. So and encrypt secret keys for distribution. So here instead of data encryption, it can encrypt the secret keys. That's why public keys is not very good actually. So private keys are more efficient rather than public keys actually. That is called asymmetric key. Symmetric key is a public key, asymmetric key is a private key. Now here, asymmetric and a private keys are very good. Why? Because when you compare this symmetric and asymmetric key, symmetric key means the public keys. These are only encrypts secret keys rather than distribution, and almost they never use of direct data encryption. So indirectly they can use, directly they may not decrypt the data. So that is in public key systems it is happening. So we'd like to discuss in detail how it is implementing. So now simple secret key distribution. Now here this is the simple secret key distribution. Merkle proposed this simple scheme. So initially initiator A, responder B, two parties. So that is source and destination, or client and server, or initiator and responder, between two parties. How the keys will be exchanged, how the keys will be distributed, we'll see. So initially, this is proposed by Merkle, the simple scheme, and allows secure communication. So it allows a secure communication, right? And no keys before or after exist. So no any keys before and after the entire process. While transmission is going on, that time only they are going to generate the keys. So now here this is simple secret key. How this imposes is initially initiator A is initiate this public key PU of A, right? Then with identification number of A, right? Then B will be received by that request and B is replying. So once again with encryption, the encryption of a public key, right? The encryption of a public key of A's public will be key will be encrypted. So this is about regarding simple key distribution of secret key. Now here in this a man in the middle attack, what is actually this? How this implies? We'll see. So here this very simple scheme is vulnerable to an active man middle in the attack. Now here this is one type of attacks, MIMA, man in the middle attack is very well known and famous and repeated attack. So initially Bob and Alice, here two parties communicating together, right? In between these two parties, so they are communicating through internet or other communication facility. But here Garth is a third person who is having third party. He is going to Darth modifies message from Bob to Alice. Now here what actually Darth is involving is Darth is involved here between Bob and Alice, and Darth modifies message from Bob to Alice. So this is a man in the middle attack. So basically, for any communication, we required two parties only, sender and receiver. That's all. But here, third party also may enter. So in middle, so that is nothing but Darth. So now here, Darth modifies the message from Bob to Alice. This is called as man in the middle attack, right? And next, we see how the secret key distribution with confidentiality and authentication. In order to avoid that man in the middle attacks, we would like to go for this secret key distribution with confidentiality and authentication. Now here initiator A and responder B. So initially, initiator is initiate the process. So encryption of public key of B, right? Encryption of public key of B, now identification of A. So this is the initial iteration, and second one is responder. So once again is encrypting the encryption of public key of A, comma, right? The two transactions, that is two iterations, right? And next, so initiator once again encryption of public key of B, comma N2, and once again initiator is giving the reply with the help of encryption of public key of B and encryption of private key of A of K, comma S. Now here public keys are involved in the only key encryptions now here, but private key also you are using for data encryption. So now here PR of A, comma PU of B, with the help of these two public and private key encryption process, we are going to give the most confidential authentication to the systems, right? Next, hybrid key distribution. We will see what how hybrid key will be distributed. So it retain use of private key KDC, right? It retain use of private key KDC, key distribution center. KDC means key distribution center. So private key is basically released with the KDC and share secret master key with each other, and it can share the secret master key with each other. Distribute session key using master key, right? So here always session keys are distributed with the help of master keys only. So public keys used to distribute master keys. Now here once again, public keys are very helpful for using, and they can deploy the master keys, especially useful for widely distributed users, and rational performance come backward compatibility. So this is here hybrid key distribution means here private key are involving, public keys are involving, master keys are involving, session keys are involving, right? So all type of keys are involving. This is nothing but hybrid key distribution. When you see secret key, that is master key, and next session key, right? Next public key, and private key also may use. So like all the combination of all these is known as hybrid key distribution. Here we have seen distribution of public keys. So here the following ways of distribution of public keys is, so public announcement, public available directory, public key authority, public key certificate. So these are the different types of public key distributions. So before distributing, it can announce, it can supply to anyone public announcement. So before public key means the basic concept of public keys before transmission takes place, or if transmission takes place, even though it will be shows the entire key to the everyone in entire communication, those who are participating in the network, that is called public key. So this is the basic intention of public key. And a public announcement. Now here users distribute public keys, or recipients are broadcast community at a large. So that is just how I told. Example, appended PGP keys to email messages, or post to news groups or email list. Next, major weakness is forgery. So now here the major weakness of this is the forgery. We may theft the data, right? So and anyone can create a key claiming to be someone else and broadcast it until forgery is discovered, and can masquerade as claimed user. Now here this is a basic drawback of public keys. So here the public keys with the leads of their character, which is universal distribution based upon this. So we may have a chance of forgery of key also. So this is the big disadvantage of this public key. Now publicly available directory. Now here can obtain greater security by registering keys with a public directory. And directory must be trusted with properties. The following properties must be trusted by the directory: contains name, public key entries, participants register securely with directory. Participants can replace key at any time. Directly is periodically published. Directory can be accessed electronically. So these are all the public directory. So directory activities and their task, how many participants are participating, how many are registered, how many are periodically using, how they are replacing key and with respect of time, how they are accessing electronically. So all these contents, right? All these contents and properties must be maintained by the directory. Still vulnerable to tampering of forgery. This is happening up to, so the keys and data must be tampering or forgery. But once it is forgery and tampering, so the scenario is different. So until still it is vulnerable to tampering. Vulnerable means inherently the network will weakness. Once the network will be vulnerability. Vulnerability means once network goes to weakness. So in this case, the tampering and forgery will be happening. So this is about regarding public available directory. So public key authority. So now what is public key authority we'll see. So improve security by tightening control over distribution of keys from directory. We are going to improve the security and we are going to maintain the properties of directory, and we require users to know the public key directories and interact with the directory to obtain public securely. So all this is public key authority, and all these require real-time access to directly when keys are needed. Now here real-time access is required, and maybe vulnerability to tampering, right? So if vulnerability will happen in entire network, that leads to a tampering unless vulnerability goes. So before that, the transmission takes place successfully. So this is how public key authority will impose this. Next, we see the scenario how public key authority how they are going to access. So now initiator and responder. Initially, initiator is a request in the first step. Request in the first step, respective of time one, and then once again public key authorities give the issue the public key in second step, e of private key of authorization and public key of b and request comma time one, right? So this is the uh, communication between initiator and public key authority. Once public key authority is given keys to the initiator, then with the help of this third step, when you go for the third step, encryption of public key of b, so identification of a with a single transaction. Then after responder, then after third step, then fourth step, once again the request time two. So in time two slots, it once again request to this responder. Responder once again request to the public key authority. Once again, public key authority will issue the uh, another key for accessing to the A. So that's why here once again in fifth step, after fourth step, this fifth step is encryption of private key of authorization and public key of A request with time to, right? So with time to period, right? So once again public key authority given access rights and authentication. Then the responder now that time it will be communicated in the sixth step. This is C. Our sixth step, encryption of public key of A, N1 N2. So after getting approval of this entire public key authority, they are going to communicating once again. Initiator is sending a message E of B of become N2. So this is to the responder. So this is happening how the series of steps initially how they are going to take in the authorization public key authority, and both initiator and responder initially they have request to the public key authority. After getting the approval from public key authority with help of encrypted keys, then their transmission takes place, right? So after that, they are going to exchange mutually. That is public key authority. How they are going to give the accessing and authorization to the both the initiator and responder. After getting the public key authority, then only the initiator and responder going to get the message, and they are going to exchange the data between mutually. So thank you for everyone.